Hello, Pisces. Welcome to, Aquarius, the Pisces. Pisces is next. I'm sorry. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your love reading. I'm going to take a look at the rest of August. You know, I do these on a cycle, and so usually you get about 2 readings a month. And so we're looking at now to the end of the month, and we do have a new moon coming up. So let's take a look at who or what's coming towards you in love. What's the dominant energy? And what's your energy and what to expect. And also I will look at Aries through Pisces. So if you have somebody specific on your mind in your individual readings, I tend to go a little bit deeper. So I will dive into their thoughts, feelings, intentions for each zodiac and a possible challenge that, if there is any, in action. And if you hang out to the end, I do a yes/no card pull for you so you can have that burning question answered. All right, let's take a look. Hello, everybody that's coming in. I am live. So if you do join me when I'm live, I get your energy and it's always fun. So let's get going with Aquarius. All right, let's do this. Aquarius, your current energy and love. We're looking at the highest message for the rest of August. Like we have that new moon coming up, so that'll be fun. And you'll probably get one more reading before the end of the month to take us into September. Can you believe that? September. All right. So let's see your current energy. No, I get the 6 of Wands, right? So looking good underneath. So we'll get to that in a second. All right. I do have the 3 of Wands, and I just want to pull that because you get the 3 of Cups. So already we're looking at the number 3s, and we got 33, right? And so this could be a good number for some of you. We're looking at expansion and growth and connecting and movement happening. All right, maybe you feel like you've been waiting and you're getting anxious and you're like, come on, we've got all these plans. We've been doing these things. I've been waiting for this moment. When's it going to happen? Well, it looks like it's about to. You know, you're planting the seeds, things that you've been putting the work in. You know, you've got your mind on something. Your mind is serious. I mean, you're looking. You're wanting to move forward. You're wanting the right connections. It looks like you're headed in the right direction. Looks like you got a lot of really good connections coming your way when it does come to love. It's a lot of support coming your way. Maybe you have like packed up an old lifestyle or even left a past situation, and you're you know, or you're in a new relationship or connecting with somebody new and you're just kind of, you know, enjoying the moment, just trying to see where things will take you, right? And for some of you that aren't enjoying the moment just yet, you definitely look as though you're trying to remain positive and you're trying to keep your eye, you know, stay above water and look forward. And, you know, you keep showing up, you keep showing up for somebody, you keep showing up for yourself, you keep showing up for your friends. You keep showing up no matter what every day because you're expecting the best to come in. You're knowing something's going to come in. You feel it and you want it. And what's coming towards you, like I said, is a good time. You could be celebrating some moment of joy, whether it's a birthday with somebody, a date with somebody, a party, or this magical date you've been waiting for, this moment that you've been waiting for, you know, connecting with somebody, having a good time, having fun, and just feeling happy. All right. So it is a really good energy for you. If you're not feeling it, I always say the energy and love, this card that I'm pulling for you, is one that Spirit wants you to embrace because it's showing up for you today, as in this is what's coming for you. This is where you're at. You may be feeling like you've been in this waiting game and you just want things different than the way they've been for the past, you know, few years. You're waiting for some change. You're expecting it almost too. And it could be a little uncomfortable at times for some of you, but the thing is that you're facing the right direction and good stuff is coming in. This could be, you know, even a reconciliation. You know, you've been waiting. You don't know whether to move on from somebody or a situation as well too. Should I go on a little short trip? Should I go find some new connections? Should I, of course, it depends on what situation you're in. Until somebody has said, or you feel complete, or you feel like everything is stable, you're talking to me here. I'm gonna just be, of course, you keep your options open, you look forward. If you can't stop growing until somebody is gonna connect with you, commit to you, and grow with you. So the answer is yes. You gotta kind of keep your doorway open, keep your heart open for anything that spirit may have coming towards you. Even for those of you that are diehards, I have my mind on one person, and I'm going to sit and wait. That even that energy is going to keep it closed off from this happiness, from the energy coming in. All right, so let's see what's being cleared or released or your challenge. We have Queen of Pentacles showing up for you. And we have a Knight of Swords, something really coming in, shaking things up for you. All right, now you may be feeling like you've been putting a lot of work in. I do see an earthy energy around you. Some of you may have earthy placements. You seem very independent, very strong, and very focused. All right, you've had to make a lot of decisions. You may be up against making some really important decisions here in the next couple of weeks as well, too. We can see this energy. This is a really good energy, the Knight of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. It's very independent, and it's really trusting in yourself, like I said, to show up and to move forward. And if you've been working really hard on something, really hard on yourself, really hard on projects, really hard on your relationship, this is showing here success, right? Growth. You're showing up and it's going to manifest, right? The Queen of Pentacles knows how to make things work for her and knows how to, grow, knows how to make it happen in real life, right? So I do see a very productive energy. And the Knight of Swords, what's this energy that's coming towards you is showing me something that may come out of nowhere. And you might be kind of wanting to plan for something. You like to have all your ducks in a row. You're ready, and you're waiting, and you might not like this energy. But the Knight of Swords this is where something could turn a 180 when you least expect it. And it's good. It's this energy that says, we've got to talk, we've got to connect, we've got to communicate, we've got to get on the same page here. So you may get some messages, you might realize something or hear from somebody through online communication, obviously, or email, text, some really important news coming your way that is going to make you happy, that is going to make you feel good. All right. Will it be from the person that you did definitely want? I mean, the energies are showing up here, but if your higher self is really, really against what it is that your ego wants, that might not happen. And if it does, it may not show up exactly the way you want to, especially if you're the one that's really, truly protecting yourself. But we are seeing a switch of energy, and we're seeing some fast-paced movement. But you know what? I get this feeling like you're prepared for anything, right? And this does say just be prepared for anything and be prepared to act. Sometimes things might show up and it might not be exactly how you planned it to be. The Queen of Pentacles wants to have everything, figured out. I know you're an air sign, but you are showing up here as a Queen of Pentacles energy, which is valid. You can be. And it's showing here that, wait a minute, I didn't plan for that. Or this wasn't in my business plan. This wasn't, I was wanting to do it today. This is going to mess up my plans, But you have to, keep your options open and be a little flexible and open for whenever something decides to come in. Always keep a little space open for changes. All right. Because the news that is coming and the shift that's happening looks like it's going to make you very happy on some level, And so we're looking at the energy coming towards you, which is that Knight of Swords. And I do see the Three of Swords, and the person or the characteristic of somebody coming towards you is the Ace of Cups. All right, so this is somebody here that's got heartfelt feelings and wants to open up and wants, they're not happy with the separation or the distance between you and them. We do see the Three of Swords, and you may have been waiting for this love to arrive. And this is finally the moment this love arrives into your life. You know, maybe somebody's going to open up and really tell you how they feel. And this could be unexpected for you as well, too. You may be like, you know, I just wasn't seeing that coming, you know, wasn't expecting that. Somebody's I thought we were done. I thought I was moving on. I thought I was going to hang out with my friends. And, you know, and yes, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be living your best life all the time, the best you can. Whatever level of cup is full, you know, you just keep on getting up. And we're seeing here that you have 333 now. We're seeing here, you know, just when you thought something was disappointing you or going to disappoint you, it looks like somebody might be rethinking, or this disappointment is about to be covered by the Ace of Cups, which is, no, I really do. I might mess up, or I might say the wrong thing, you know, or I might be afraid myself to get my heart broken. So this could be a person of air qualities as well, who also feels very defensive and guarded as well. You know, I've been in some pain myself. I've had a lot to deal with. You know, I just feel we still maybe be able to, you know, make a plan here, help each other out, help a friend out here. You know, we do feel this connection together. We've got something here, you know, because if you guys already know this person, it seems like you get along when you're in a crowd and you guys are looking good. You like going places, and you know, when things are, you know, things seem good, sometimes maybe somebody gets a little bit flared up and things, you know, the more my heart gets invested, I'm afraid to get hurt. You know, that's a common theme. It's a common theme, right? But it doesn't mean it has to hold somebody back. So just because this is showing up doesn't mean this person isn't going to fight through, because this Knight of Swords is a warrior. This one here is the front guy, the front man. This one here is ready for a battle, ready for a fight, and not necessarily with this energy that's coming through. They're not coming in to cause grief for you, right? It looks as though they're coming in to reconcile some grief, right? Or to close the gap, close the space that's been between the two of you, if there has been any. And this could be new love. This is definitely somebody you've been waiting for love to finally come in. And this moment of, you know, disappointment, like I said, is about to change. This Knight of Swords is a complete 180. So what do they want? Is there anything else you can tell me about this person that's coming towards you? I've got the Emperor. These two cards are stuck. These are new cards. And I got the Page of Swords. All right. So this looks like mother and child to me, right? And this could even be, this is adding an addition to a family. So it could be combining families, combining love, becoming one, becoming a family, growing. This person sees you as somebody that, the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress is somebody who they have a lot in common. Them two, I can sometimes not even tell the difference between. You're somebody that is abundant, can bring abundance to this person's life. You're somebody that sparks their curiosity. You're somebody that they have fun with, somebody they can flirt with, somebody who they feel this very sexual attraction to you as well, too. Everything about you, it's not just one thing, it's the whole package. Now, I'm also getting a Taurus and a Libra energy and Taurus energy here, too. So this tells me that this person feels very comfortable or loves the comfort that you bring to them, right? And again, you have somebody here too that, you know, thinks about everything, you know, so sometimes it's like you got to get this person into, you know, feeling, you know, and let's not overthink things. Let's just kind of be in the moment and have a good time. But this person can see, you know, what they want with you is to, you know, kind of spice things up a little bit, flirt a little bit. I'm not getting an unhealthy energy here. So if this, like I said, if this is somebody that you're trying to manifest in, you have the power. I'm not taking your power away. But if your higher self is against what you're trying to do or call in, and this person is not showing up like this, you're gonna push them away. You're gonna reject. You're the one that's gonna reject, even though you think it's them. All right. So we are seeing a possibility of somebody that you can grow with. Somebody here that sees the potential, somebody that wants to nurture this connection, somebody that feels this maybe unspoken bonds. But I also do see that this is somebody that's not coming with conditions. They're kind of saying, I don't know what's next. You know, this is new for me, this is kind of different, but I do feel that I just love being around you, and you know, maybe we can, you know, see where things go, and just not, again, let's try not to overthink this. Whereas you seem to be a planner, maybe you want to know everything. This is where Spirit's going to test you, Aquarius, and say, you know, sometimes you think you're going to have it planned, sometimes you think, you know, I know you, Aquarius, I know you are smart. You know, I get in these conversations with you guys all the time. But the thing is, you know, this could be where you're being tested. This Pluto energy is saying you got to break out and be ready for the unexpected. All right. So I do see some good times coming your way. Could be a fire energy too, or somebody just has a lot of fire. We do see somebody who moves pretty quick. So this could be somebody who tends to be impulsive, or they could even get upset really quick, especially with that Three of Swords here. It could be somebody that gets you know, overreactive at first, but then they turn around and they realize, all right, maybe I was being a little defensive, right? So it could be something like that. And where you guys have a lot of similar qualities, this is what's going to pull you guys together, because there is love there. Now, for some of you who are able and some of you who want this, there is a potential for birth, for a child to be involved, for growth, especially with this Three of Wands, the Three of Cups. It says that this could really turn into, you know, that third party, which is a baby, all right, with this energy, and building something really nice with this person. So any transits, let's get a couple cards here to clear this up, and then I'll go into Aries through Pisces. I said unconditional. I did not say conditional. All right, so we do have South Node here showing up, and we got fire element. So this is a really good time to transmute some energy, real good time to burn through some of those past shit and the things that we take into this world, and the conditions that we have, and you know, and things that we're comfortable with. Because you know, we may be, this energy I'm picking up on, you might be familiar with a certain pattern or way people show up, and this is where maybe you're being shown that there's another way to look at things. All right, so sudden event coming in. I'm seeing very dramatic and very passionate and instant attraction. So the word clarion is coming through for me. So this is really a powerful time to transmute some of this energy or doubt, and release what's no longer serving you. So this could be somebody that you know or is familiar with that South Node energy shown here. It doesn't mean you've had to be in a relationship with them, but definitely could be somebody that you feel very familiar with. You get any messages from this person? I miss you. All right, so this could be an energy of I miss you too. You know, somebody there kind of standing there thinking about you, thinking about maybe there's some space or time. And you know what, Aquarius, this could be anybody in your life right now just speaking through me and saying, I miss you. I miss seeing you. I miss connecting with you. Could even be your best friend, could be a family member. Somebody misses you. All right. So let's see Aries through Pisces. Some of you, I know you're going to say that. Some of you guys know me, right? All right, so let's do this. Let's go into Aries through Pisces. Now, you're going to have to give me a minute because I do shuffle 3 decks and I dive into each sign. And we're going to look at thoughts, feelings, where they view you, or any potential. Sometimes just it comes out however Spirit wants me to read it, all right? And, you know, take what's yours. Leave the rest, even though sometimes the part that you want to leave is the part you need to see. And, you know, Just go with the flow. All right. Sometimes you're meant to get triggered by a reading until you really know your truth. All right. Let's see. Always keep an open mind when I'm doing the Aries through Pisces portion as well, too, that this could be a new person entering into your life. You do see that there was somebody coming towards you. This could be, you know, but when I say that, and then there's a negative one here, somebody's like, why would I want that? No, you don't. Nobody's telling you have to have anything. All right. Aries. So if you're connected to an Aries, look at this 3 of Cups, and you had that Page of Wands in your reading. So already I'm seeing synchronicity with an Aries. All right. They're not happy with what was said. Something was said between the two of you. There was a disagreement, and they still want to spark things up. They still want to talk to you, see where things are going. And they're very interested in you. All right. They might even be a friend of yours, or they might be around you, and they might get a little bit confused about signals. Maybe you guys are both giving each other mixed signals. I am seeing nothing is set in stone again here, so stay adaptable. Something is changing, all right? So this here even tells me, it confirms the story I just said in your reading. I need a little time, right? So if there's been a disagreement here, you've got somebody who's really trying to work through what to say, and we are seeing some communication come your way with that Ace of Wands. So that's the key right here, right? It's like, I think about you. You are on my mind. I'm still into you, or I'm very into you, and I just need some time to figure my shit. Taurus, 2 of Swords, and we have the 9 of Pentacles, all right? So they're kind of torn. Look at this Devil. You got them. You got them on, you got them all twisted, actually. And we have the 7th house. Now we got the Devil in the 7th house. Now, if your Taurus, Aquarius, is in another relationship, you are their, indulgence. All right. You're the Tonight Show ice cream that's gluten-free in the fridge that I wake up at 3 in the morning just to eat. All right. That is you. All right. But I feel like I can't give you what you need. So it does seem like Taurus might be in another relationship, and they know you want more than, just a sexual connection. All right. Now, if they're not in a relationship and they know you want, equality, they know you want a relationship, they know you want marriage, all right, and they know that it's really on your mind and it's really creating this tense energy with you, it's really making you doubt yourself in the situation. It looks as though they're torn between their independency, their monies, their work, their career. They're on a mission. They feel like they've got to complete something for themselves before they're confident enough to be able to give you all the time and effort and energy that you need. So they're very torn here. And there's, you're maybe stressing because they're not giving you a decision. But what I say about the 2 of Swords here, in your reading, you had the 3 of Swords. And this is, somebody turning and making a decision. So you may be surprised that you're Taurus, right? But if you push them into making a decision, this is where your Taurus can be real bullheaded. And this is where it could end up in that 3 of Swords. And then you're separated even more before they decide to come back around. So it's not like you can't get what you want here, but you're creating more resistance, right? Especially with that Devil energy showing up. So I hope you understood. I'm pretty sure you guys. I've got faith. All right. We have Gemini, Queen of Cups, and we have the 3 of Swords. You got them doing a little soul searching and missing you. All right. So they know, they feel bad. They feel guilty for something they said or did, and for abandoning you, or maybe you've abandoned them. Whoever it happened, it can go either way. All right. But they're about to take charge. All right. And take action towards this relationship. It looks like the 3 of Swords. It was painful, whatever happened between the two of you. but I can still see myself with you in the future. They've had time to really process, or that's what they're doing right now, is processing their feelings. And really, they got you in a place, and I don't think that it makes them any happier to see you like this. All right, so we do see a possibility of a reconciliation, but I am seeing the separation that's happening here. So it could be just a matter of time before they decide to take action. They still want to see where things go. So this whole thing kind of gives me that Six of Swords energy. Cancer, Eight of Swords, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like you have a Cancer here that isn't sure about, the Ten of Pentacles, isn't sure about a long-term relationship, but they're stuck on you, all right? They're still kind of, there's this anxious energy, there's this worry, there's this, I don't know what to do, or say to you. So I'm seeing a very challenging and complex and frustrating energy when it comes to you and Cancer. You can see a future. You felt it, you guys, you want this, it looks as though they're on the fence, like they, want to, but they have a fear of commitment. They have a fear of walking through that doorway. All right. And I'm not ready is what I got from a Cancer. So it just really feels like you're dealing with a stuck energy here until they fight their fears and their own shit about what they want. You might be standing there, you're ready. You're so ready. So this goes back to your reading where it just says, just keep your options open. You can't wait for somebody to change. Leo, Nine of Wands, and we have the Justice card. So this is really weighing on them. All right, the nines are showing up. So you got 3 and 9s showing up. All right, so it's like, look, we've been through this before. We got to reconcile something. We got to figure this out. I don't want to give up on this connection. I'm still invested. All right, maybe they have just not always been real with you, or have not been fair with you with their time. And it's like you're discovering who you are, and you're knowing your worth here with that Nine of Cups. I mean, they desire you. They're attracted to you, but they've got to be real, and they've got to start giving and being able to give. But the Nine of Wands tells me that it's still weighing on them. They know they got to step up, but will they? And I have the eighth house here, which is, the very deep energy between the two of you, and you're close to an ending, but possibly salvageable here, because we have the Justice card that's telling me there could be potential reconciliation. But if you guys can't find a way to find a balance, this is on the fence here for me. There was someone interfering in our relationship. So we are seeing sex. We're seeing maybe, secrets that kind of tore you guys up. And whether or not, now it's telling me the Nine of Cups, you're learning yourself, you know your worth, you know what you deserve. And, you here, are you able to find forgiveness and reconcile? So the turning point really comes down to you. All right, being able to, because it weighs on them, their actions, but they've done this before. Virgo, we have Strength card. We have the Seven of Wands. Oh, it looks like they're putting up some boundaries. The Knight of Swords. You are the Knight of Swords. All right, there's a very defensive energy between the two of you, and they're trying to maintain self-control. You're always on their mind, so they have pulled away just for creating boundaries between the two of you. So I do see a block, but the feelings are there. So there are some subtle changes happening. You guys are very much emotionally attached or into each other, right? And what this tells me is, there's feelings there. It's just right now we're pulling away. So it's taken work to pull away from you. It's taken strength to pull away from you. But I'm trying to remain patient and calm, all right? Because it looks like they feel as though you are defensive, or you're mad, or you're angry, and both of you are kind of defending yourself. All right, so it's like we need to be in our corners to figure out, because there's an argument that seems to be going nowhere. All right, but your person feels like this relationship is one worth saving. So I'm standing back, I'm holding back, until the right time. But this is also where the Knight of Swords is coming in. And this is where your relationship could take a turn, a 180, and you just don't expect it, because the feelings are there and you're always on this person's mind. So subtle changes are happening, right? This is where you got to stay grounded and keep control and allow things to change. It's saying go with the flow, you know. Libra, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so what's going on with Libra here? I still have some growing to do, definitely. And we see the Moon card. So it looks like a Libra's got you all over the place. You know, the past could be coming back up, cycles. They go through cycles. 1 minute, it's like, I want this. I want to work things out. They value you. The Eight of Pentacles, they really feel comfortable with you. You know, you're very focused, very, you know, working on yourself, doing your thing. So you look good. This is, you're dealing with somebody that's got their own issues. The Eight of Cups here tells me that they are still trying to figure out their own path, and they have to figure out exactly what they want. They're not happy. The Five of Pentacles, they tend to focus on the past. They tend to focus on the struggles they have. And it's sort of, everything's hard, and they don't want to hurt or reject or be rejected. And they may have been rejected a lot in the past. This has nothing to do with you. And the Eight of Pentacles tells me that you guys, whatever this, you got the eights mirroring each other. So it looks as though letting them do their thing is going to be better for you, and it could bring you guys back together. Because the Moon card is here, which is saying there is a connection and things are constantly changing, but you're not on the same frequency. So you got to keep doing your thing and let this one play out. It could be a temporary separation or somebody running constantly. Scorpio, we have the Tower card, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have this Queen of Pentacles. Look at this, Scorpio here. This could be a shocker. This could be a shocker. You've been kind of like, you know, what's going on? Scorpio has been in my dreams. You know, I have a please forgive me. You know, I have this, I've been paying attention to you, all right? And things have changed, all right? So you could even have them, they've been really manifesting you. All right, the Tower card, you may have had a breakup. Things may have really shook up in the past between the two of you, or they could be leaving a situation unexpectedly because they can't stop thinking about you, the Seven of Cups, right? And it may have felt like in the past, the Queen of Pentacles, it looks like you've just kind of, you know, you're there, you're trying to stay grounded, you're not an option, but it looks like they're being drawn to you and things could be changing. And it looks like, please forgive me for not even making a choice when I should have. You're worth it. You are definitely the Queen of Pentacles. And, you know, maybe I overreacted, or maybe I was afraid of commitment, and so I stopped things before they got started. But it looks like something about to really change between you and Scorpio. Sag, we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. All right, so you got some plans coming in. And the Temperance card. Maybe you've been waiting for this. This is the moment. I am seeing please be patient with me here. So the Temperance card and please be patient could be telling me that, you know, they're doing something. They're getting their shit together, right? Things are coming in. There's a new beginning coming in, but it might be on the horizon. That Three of Wands, where you're, you know, anticipating. We have communication, Six of Pentacles. We have somebody that wants to, you know, negotiate, talk, make plans. What are you guys going to do? How are you going to do it? And things are rolling out for you with that Temperance card. So it is about just allowing things to unfold here too, as well, because this seems to be a path that's working out in your favor. So we have Capricorn, we have Six of Cups, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Or so you've been very patient with a Capricorn. There's a long distance between you, and that's what's happening here. Your guides are helping you all as well. Now, both of you have very fond memories with each other. The Six of Cups, you know, they really do wish to be with you. They're feeling the same way you are. But it looks like the problem is the Four of Cups. You guys can't give each other what you want, and you're feeling stuck, and you guys are getting bored, and both might be at times maybe losing interest because it is a long distance energy. You know, we can't get together. Things, you know, I'm not happy with the way things are. I'm starting to feel down about it. You know, things are moving way too slow, but I still have seen or can see a future with you with that Knight of Pentacles. All right, so it's a long distance relationship. It comes with its own challenges, and you know the story is still unfolding. There's going to be moments of this Four of Cups where you feel like somebody's losing interest, or you are, But the Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles tells me that there could be future here, where you guys finally some move happens, or some other plans happen in the future, but it could take some time. With the Knight of Pentacles, and it could be hard work on your side of things, okay? So Aquarius, you've got the Sun card. Ooh, I like it. And we got the Judgment card, and we have the Three of Wands. So talk about synchronicity here. You've got some, let's do this in one way first. I'm going to read this as if it's another message for you. You've got, your life is about to be lit up again, right? There's a renewal period coming in, new romance coming in, growth coming in, and the truth coming in. You've got the Judgment and the Sun, so it's realizing some truth. Maybe you're going to have some big, huge belief shift, where you're finally starting to see things differently. You're starting to see things open up, the Three of Wands. You're starting to see your options. You're starting to see how everything you've been doing and everything that's been happening has been opening up the portal for you even wider, so that you can see what else is out there and see what's going on. So we are seeing a transition period. This is kind of Hanged Man. So I'm seeing renewal here too, and cleansing. And I'm seeing making plans for the future. So this is what your whole thing is. It's about these plans that are coming in, and this shift, this change, this transition that you've been going through. Now you with another Aquarius are mirroring each other. So there's a realization and there's hope here. There's maybe a renewal period or lighting the relationship back up. Now I'm getting, this was a fling. So for some of you, this could have started, a relationship with you could have started off as a fling in the past. And then the two of you just kept, thinking that it was, going to end. And that's that Three of Swords. I couldn't get that out, but that's that Three of Swords that I saw in your reading. And this could be where, maybe there is something here we need to explore. We need to, look at things different. I judged the situation wrong, right? So there could have been that. And now it's not just a fling. There's really something more here we can explore, and there's potential for us to grow. Now, Pisces, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Lovers card. And we have the Empress, and you were the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so we are seeing love story here happening with you and a Pisces. It looks as though, and I'm going to be honest with you, the Empress always goes better for me with the King of Pentacles, not the Emperor. There's just something about the earthy energy, the garden, the growth, the compatibility of the King of Pentacles and the Empress that, to me, with this shows a very powerful union between you and a Pisces. And this story starting with between the two of you, it's a love story. Now, you guys could really trigger each other too as well, but this bond that you're building is really strong. Now, I'm seeing you're so close to achieving your goal. Final phase before completion. All right. So we are seeing just some tweaking needs to be done and in your story, and things are about to change between you and a Pisces. Now I'm intimidated by you. All right. So that could be where this confidence is coming in. This could be where your Pisces is stepping up and going to follow their heart. Love's going to lead the way. So let's see. This is a really long one today. Wow. Let's see. Yes or no for my Pisces. I mean, I keep saying Pisces, for my Aquarius. All right. Let's see. All right. So we have a yes. All right. And I'm also getting the King of Cups, which is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy too. And we have Pisces here in Neptune. All right. So I am seeing a mature person, a loving person. Energy is very loving and romantic coming towards you. And the answer to your question on your mind is yes. All right. So I love you guys. And, you know, something, Neptune is going to retrograde back into Pisces. And that could be a really good time to review things. So this might be when things start to return or somebody returns coming into your life. All right. I love you guys. I'm just going off on my own little tangent here, right? All right. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Yes. See you in Pisces. Come hang out with me. And I'll be in tier 3 membership after that.